Folks, do you remember this clip? The clip heard around the world. The clip that will be following Angel Reese for the rest of her career. As long as her games don't sell out, as long as her games don't attract a good number of celebrities, as long as her games don't have any type of viewership motion, for lack of better terms, as long as all those three facts remain the same, this clip is going to follow her forever.
Have you ever noticed how the boldest claims can fall apart with just a simple question? All it takes is asking for a little evidence. That's exactly what happened when a Chicago Sky reporter recently confronted Angel Reese about her headline-grabbing statement from last season. People watch women's basketball because of Me Too. Her curt, two-word response has since gone viral, and not in the way she probably hoped.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of Me Too, and I want y'all to realize that.
We'll get to that awkward moment in a bit. But first, let's talk numbers. Is Angel Reese truly the main attraction? Or has she been riding the Caitlin Clark hype train all along? This might just be a textbook case of foot-in-mouth syndrome, proving once again, don't make bold claims you can't back up. If you're Team Clark, drop a baby goat, baby giraffe in the comments. Let's settle this.
It's been so long since I've seen this clip, I forgot how arrogant Angel Reese sounded. I forgot how full of herself Angel Reese sounded. I forgot not only how nasty she sounded, the nasty facial expressions coinciding with her answer. You can see it clear as day. It's written on her face. She's disgusted that she's not getting the credit that she deserves.
Remember when Angel Reese confidently declared, "People watch women's basketball because of Me Too"? Well, that bold claim from last season just collided headfirst with reality, and the impact was hard to miss. Looks like the phrase "reality is coming" might have been more of a warning for Angel herself.
Sorry, young lady. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody would be watching the WNBA additionally for you. This is all about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is bringing the money to the game, the planes to the game, the TV viewership. The WNBA is on fire because of Caitlin Clark.
At the peak of her rivalry with Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese wasn't just competing on the court. She was claiming the spotlight off it. Following LSU's win over Iowa a couple of years ago, Reese fully embraced her moment. She didn't hesitate to position herself as a driving force behind the sport's surging popularity, boldly suggesting she was just as responsible for the record-breaking viewership as Clark. The message was loud and clear. Women's basketball didn't just need Clark, it needed both of them equally.
So Angel Reese was asked about this exact statement, and she decided to duck it.
Fast forward to a recent Chicago Sky press conference kicking off the 2025 season. One reporter didn't hesitate to bring the heat, directly asking Reese if she still stood by her bold claim. Did she still believe fans were tuning into women's basketball because of her too?
Last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you too. A year later, do you feel like you're
Next
getting
question.
Yeah, we'll move on. Thank you. Move on to Zoom.
Her response? Just two uncomfortable words. Next question. And in that moment, the tension in the room was palpable. No explanation, no defense, no stats to support her past bravado. Just a quick dodge that, ironically, said more than any full answer ever could.
Now, keep in mind, whoever asked this, and there's people clowning the person that asked this, it was her statement going during the basketball season from last year, and the person's asking for her current feelings on said statement, her own statement. She pulled a next question. She ducked that. She duck goose that right out of existence.
This moment wasn't just awkward. It was telling. Faced with her own bold words, Reese had no evidence to back them up. And really, why even try? The numbers speak for themselves, and they paint a very different picture than the one she pushed last year. The Chicago Sky averaged just 8,000 fans per home game. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever? They sold out every game at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, consistently drawing over 17,000 fans per night.
Sold out arenas. What arenas are selling out that Caitlin Clark isn't playing in? I need to know. I need to know. But the Las Vegas Aces. No, the Las Vegas Aces sell out their season tickets. Tell me somebody who's selling out every damn place they go that's not named Caitlin Clark. Tell me somebody who's attracting celebrities, numerous celebrities everywhere they go, not named.
Fast forward to this year, Reese's much anticipated preseason homecoming game at LSU. You'd expect a hero's welcome on her old stomping grounds, the very place where she won a championship and built her brand. But reality hit hard. Just 6
statements from last year, that's from a circus. That was a clown show statement to have made about watching for us and blah, 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 blah.
And it gets even more telling when you look at her other preseason appearances. The Chicago Sky's home game against the Minnesota Lynx pulled in just 4,600 fans, barely enough to fill half the arena. Her own team's home court couldn't crack 5,000 seats. Another matchup against the Lynx, this time in Minnesota, drew 7,600 attendees. But let's be real, most were there for the home team. These aren't the numbers of someone leading a basketball revolution. They're the attendance stats of just another WNBA game.
We're going to find out very quickly who amongst the Chicago Sky fans are really and truly basketball fans, or are they Angel Reese, the content creator fans? Because, and you got some of those folks obviously tuning in for basketball, but is it because of Angel Reese or for the best interest of the Chicago Sky team and you want to see them win ball?
The pattern couldn't be clearer. Game after game, the empty seats tell a story Angel Reese would rather ignore. After the disappointing turnout at the LSU game, Reese's mother jumped into damage control on social media, posting,
Angel Reese's mom taking to X to tweet this. After all of the hullabaloo about Caitlin Clark and the high ratings, she says, that certain fan base looking in the stands celebrating attendance, while others are looking up in the rafters celebrating championship banners. We ain't the same. Different year, same haters. Have a great day. Well, all right. It is a different year, and it is the same haters, but I think you're calling yourself out, Mama Reese.
The defensive tone says it all. When you can't win with facts, the easiest move is to attack those who bring them up. That next question moment wasn't just Reese dodging a reporter. It was her sidestepping the uncomfortable truth about her real impact on attendance. She made a claim she can't back up, and now the receipts are coming due. These numbers don't need spin or interpretation. They speak for themselves. And trust me, they're about to look even worse once we compare them to Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Reese's attendance figures reveal a harsh reality she'd rather ignore. Talking about being a draw and actually being one are two very different things.
Angel Reese voluntarily went on a, quote, they're watching for me too, and I want y'all to realize that rant, because she wanted that attention. She created the drama, asking her about her comment as we enter a new season is perfectly normal and not stirring things up. Absolutely.
Remember Caitlin Clark's homecoming game at Carver Hawkeye Arena? Every single one of the 15,000 seats sold out in just 45 minutes. That's faster than it takes to watch a single quarter of basketball. Fans weren't just buying tickets. They were scrambling to secure them like their lives depended on it. And honestly, who could blame them? This wasn't just a game. It was a full-blown phenomenon.
Caitlin Clark mania, and here we go again. 1.3 million people tuned in on Sunday afternoon to see Caitlin Clark return to Iowa as a professional and start raining in three-pointers from ridiculous distances.
Reese's camp might say her fan base is just Iowa and Indiana, but the numbers tell a different story. In 2024, Caitlin Clark's jersey was the second best-selling basketball jersey, right behind the legendary Steph Curry. Reese, not even in the top 10. Clark stands alone as the only WNBA player on that list. Think about that. She's outselling NBA veterans with multiple championships, including LeBron James. Analysts predict she'll snag the second spot in all-time WNBA jersey sales before even finishing her sophomore season. These aren't just impressive stats, they're history in the making.
What about viewership? Tell me everybody who's getting consistently over 1 million views on their basketball games, not named Caitlin. Oh, okay. And then Angel Reese goes into, I'll be happy to play the villain role. I'll be happy to play the villain, but don't be mean to me. Don't be mean to me. But I'll be happy to play the villain role.
Want to see the contrast get even sharper? Check out the ticket prices for preseason games. Yes, preseason games featuring Caitlin Clark average over $600 per ticket. And that's no typo. More than $600 to watch exhibition basketball. Numbers that would make even some NBA teams green with envy. In fact, that's the highest average ticket price ever recorded for any basketball game. College or pro, men's or women's. Clark didn't just break records, she utterly shattered them.
Angel Reese, why are we next? This guy set you up perfectly to give an answer of you being full of yourself. Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. They are only watching because of me too. They only know that other girl because of me too. They only go to her games instead of my games because of me too. They only watch all of her games instead of watching all of my games because of me too. She's the #1 jersey seller in the WNBA. Why? Because of me too. That's why. Time Magazine Sports, because of me. Everything Caitlin Clark has is because of me. Angel, you could have done that.